Welcome back, boys, to the MVM show. It's been about a week. We missed a week or so. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you're watching on here, welcome back on Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, whatever you listen on, guys. We appreciate it. And if you can't give us a rating and review, we're back, Jack, and we are going to go over today season recap.
Blame the coronavirus.
Yeah, you're not supposed to say that word. We're staying positive.
Oh, my God.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, so we're man, what's been going on? I don't even know what episode this is, honestly. I'm kind of losing track. We've all been busy. You've been busy.
Falling apart over here.
Travis, you've been busy. Thomas, you've been slammed. You've been out of town. I talked to you for like 5 days or whatever, 6 days.
Yeah.
I got a different job. I have been slammed and busy. So it's been...
I went from...
And then that has nothing to do with the coronavirus. That's just life.
Yeah.
And then this all kicks in and kind of makes things a little different.
Working from home's definitely a different things. Just getting adjusted, getting set up.
Did you start this week working from home?
Friday was the first day.
How dare you, by the way. Mine's at home in the freezer. Probably
Did it blow?
blew it. I don't know. I forgot to take it out.
I'm drinking my vitamin drink in case anybody's listening. You wonder what that was.
Gotta stay healthy.
Take my vitamins.
Yeah, I don't know if I could work from home. It'd be difficult for me.
It was different. I started out in the garage, and then
I have little kids
In the
too.
garage.
I started out in the garage. Yeah, I had to move my taxidermy stuff out.
And then
of
he
the way.
started doing birds.
No.
You were double dipping there, doing a little skinning out, a little fleshing on the
because I was
taxidermy.
getting done earlier. Because typically I drive an hour and 15 to get to work, and an hour 15 home. And then when I get home, it's like I'm very tired and don't always feel motivated to get out there and start working on a
You're
bird.
behind a little bit, huh?
Yeah, and then
Out of anybody there, it's probably almost nice for you because that's two more hours out of your day that you have to,
yeah. So
You're getting up
I've
early.
gotten some birds skinned out because I can wear whatever I want, right?
Yeah.
And just
Please don't tell me you've been in your underwear
Oh my god.
out there working.
no.
Travis.
But I did get up the other morning and just had to put my pajamas on still. Went out there and started working. And then
Maybe
At
my,
break time, I
maybe
got
my
dressed.
bluing will get done earlier.
I got dressed and then I actually got 3 birds skinned out last week.
Wow.
Making
Nice.
progress.
How many more birds do you have
A lot.
to do of actual clients?
Actually, it's like I'm not jumping up and down on my freezer to get it closed now, which is good.
Hmm.
So
You need to stand up, dude. You guys need to stand up.
for what?
I mean, because you already have a family of 5, plus you got all those birds.
Oh,
You
you
need
mean
a
a
stand-up
freezer?
freezer. Yeah,
I
not
thought
a-
you wanted me to stand up right now. I
That's
was
like
what? How do I look?
That's like the worst thing, dude. That's like the worst thing to have, though. Those,
Yeah.
what are they
The
called?
dumpster diver freezers.
Yeah,
I call
those
it.
are horrible because you got to dig everything out.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I want to get one. You need one, really, if you're a hunter.
Might not be a good time to buy one right now, though.
Yeah.
People are packing up and storing up. Anyways, guys, we want to just go over, and I'm trying to get these. I don't know why this is so loud, it looks like, but we're trying to, where was I going with that?
You said you were going.
We're gonna do a
talk
season
about
recap.
A season recap, but
We are, but I was going to say something. I don't know. Let's just throw in the season recap. I was going to say something to the listeners, but my mind has totally left me.
Your vitamins
Nothing
haven't
new.
kicked in
They're
yet.
not kicked in. You'll tell I'll start talking faster and
so
quicker.
something mental
making more
focus
sense.
on that can. But
It does, but I just barely opened it. It's going to take a minute.
well, we got-
Probably if you guys want
what's
to
working right now,
skip
the
to like
aroma's like
10 minutes.
percolating through the room or what?
We just wanted to do the season recap for you guys, and we hadn't done it yet, and I guess it's probably a little late in the game. It's already March, whatever it is today. 22nd, so we're a little behind, but I kind of wanted to wait, make sure Travis and Thomas were here together, and it wasn't like just one or the other of us because it's fun talking about together, but let's just start at the beginning of the season, and let's work our way through, and for you guys listening, it's not just about us and our hunts, but maybe stuff we learned that can maybe help you guys, and if you want, always, like I always tell you guys, feel free to comment in the videos or feel free to email or even say something in the reviews or whatever you guys want to, and we'll learn from that and maybe use that in our next episode or something like that. But, starting out this year, there was a lot of anticipation like there is every year, and I was pretty pumped. We're excited. We're doing stuff. I had a lot of big plans for the channel, you know, to put like a ton of footage out and be honest with you. I did the early teal season, so I guess I can jump ahead of you guys. I'll start there. Did the early teal season with Matt from High Prairie Sportsman
In Nebraska?
in Nebraska, and we collabed and did our channels together. And I can't lie to you, up to that point, things were kind of going good as far as the channel too, and doing videos and putting information out there. And then when we went there, me and Matt were kind of stunned because our videos were like, it was like there was getting no views. Like we were kind of like, what in the world? Because, you know, the early teal season is kind of the beginning of the whole kickoff. Anyways, regardless of that though, we had awesome hunts. Like, you know, Matt's invited me back again, and I'm going to do my best to definitely go back out there. He's got some of the same property and stuff, and it was just like, you're going to get your 6, like, because they're limited 6, and it's blue wings. I've never shot that many blue wings in my life. Shot 25 or something while we were down there for the few days, and because they're limit 6, and shooting all blue wings. Now, of course, everything was brown, so it was, you know, you didn't get that beauty of the bird, but just they're landing, you know, we're stand-up corn. I've never hunted flooded corn before, so to do that was like a super cool experience that I haven't got to do yet. So we had a really good time there, and Harrison went with me, and he enjoyed it. I don't think he's done much out of state. I know he's done Canada, and then just got to build that relationship with Matt and Devin, and oh, my mind's going blank on the other one.
Jordan and
well, that was
Jordan?
different, but
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think of Matt's soon-to-be brother-in-law. He's going to kill me if he listens to this for not remembering. But anyways, it was a good time. It was awesome. And the relationship, meeting guys I love duck hunting much as you, is pretty cool, because really we haven't done that. It's always been our group.
Yeah.
You know, it's just us. So to do that was really neat and a lot of fun. And then I guess we rolled into early goose.
Yeah, that was cool. That was fun. I mean, because I've never done it before, and it wasn't. I mean, I'm not really. I would say a goose hunter. I like waterfowl, but not really goose. So, you know, I guess I went into it with some kind of like,
You're right.
I guess a sort of skepticism, like, how's this going to turn out? Is it going to be worth it? You know, but and two, it's the time of year.
That look you gave on the video the night before.
It's not cold though. You know what I'm saying? It's not cold.
Kind of disagrees with that, huh?
I know, but it wasn't like cold, freezing. It's like what you wouldn't associate with waterfowl.
I think what
weather.
you're trying to say is it was before season, and it was kind of an unexpected thing, and you didn't have any expectations out of it.
Well, you know, because like for opening day, I'm getting all my stuff ready. I'm getting my calls ready. I'm getting my decoys all packed up. Make sure I got everything. And this right here, it's like, okay, let's see. What do we bring? I don't know. What do I wear? I don't know. We're hunting in a field. Okay, what do we do?
Yeah.
You know, and so it was, I guess, being out of my element to a certain extent didn't know what to expect or whatever, but I had a blast and I was looking forward to it. And I was like, especially when we did the night before when we scouted it out and seen all the trafficking of birds, I was like, okay, this will be fun.
Yeah.
You're bringing a good point out too. It was out of our element, even though it's waterfowl. We just haven't had the opportunity to do much goose hunting. So we're not too proud to say that.
Goose decoys that I own, 0.
You're right. Same here.
Well, I own some now. Not that they did much, but yeah, that was a blast. That was a nice little bonus to get warmed up, and it was just a lot of fun. Really convenient. I mean, it's really close to where we live. Private. Didn't have to deal with nobody, and just a good time, you know. Yep.
I don't know what I guess what I could take away from that hunt is just experiencing something new again that you haven't had that for a while.
Yeah.
So like you said, that was kind of something neat because you're learning instead of like going duck hunting and maybe you learn 1 or 2 things out of that whole season. That whole process was kind of a learning.
What do you remember what the limit was in Canada when we went
for geese?
For honkers? I can't.
It was less than us. I think there were 8.
Is it?
I think. I'm not 100% sure, but
I'm wondering if that was for ducks. 8.
No, the ducks was 8, but I thought the geese. I'm pretty sure the geese were less than us for as far as honkers or Canadian.
The thing I learned most about that whole experience though was Thomas's true nature.
That was a huge takeaway.
You know, it was just like, you know, it just opened my eyes to a whole new way. The kind of people that
the whole
around,
side of him.
You know what I'm saying? You're around these people your whole life and you think you really know them. And then you don't really know them. You know what I'm saying? Until the situation.
I was a little shocked how he reacted.
I mean, if Thomas ever like, you know, becomes like filthy rich or something like that, you know,
he would not be helping us out.
You know, he'd just be like looking at us like he didn't even know us. You know what I'm saying? Driving by and like just like looking at us, like you'd wave and he'd be like, you'd probably we get a hand, you'd get a nod.
Yeah,
you know?
or I don't know, like he probably wouldn't buy breakfast. You know, you'd think you just buy everybody breakfast or something, but it'd be kind of one of those.
I don't know. This guy,
he would pretend like he didn't have money. Let's put it that way.
He'd probably sit at a different table though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
You guys are blowing this way out of the water. First of all, that is coming from hunting with you for the last 5 years.
But you totally changed. You know, you're all cool and chill, and we're out there having fun. And also, just like
my leash, my band, boy.
I mean, like he morphed into this other person just automatically. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
into
the monster
a younger
inside of him
of
just
you.
like came out of him, and I was just like, whoa. I was kind of scared at the moment. And then he comes running towards me, and I was really scared. You know what I'm saying? He's bigger than me, stronger than me. And I just got really scared for a moment. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to react. I kind of like frozen. You know what I'm saying?
Give me a break.
It's like, this guy is really a mass murderer.
Oh, my goodness. Give me a break.
I didn't know what he... Yeah, I was scared.
Shh. That is ridiculous. Don't believe this guy. Okay?
You can see it on the video.
Similar stories have happened with him.
It was like... You know what I'm saying? It was just weird. It was weird. A weird experience.
It was not. It was. Yeah. Who puts a fake band on a goose?
Well, I just wanted.
Who brings it to the field?
Was that a testing? Was that a testing?
Social experiment. It was a social experiment.
Oh my!
Because here's the thing, I didn't know you were gonna get it right. Experiment. It was gonna be him or you, and I was gonna just see that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we don't know. Don't worry, son. Don't know the kind of checked every band. I checked every leg.
Kind of person Titus is.
See that tells you. Both of you, I know, we're checking every leg.
I know what kind of person Titus is because I shot a goose with a duck with a band on it before, and I seen how he acted, so I kind of knew.
Here we go.
You know, I just thought he would have changed as a person over time. But he probably hasn't.
I'm done with this.
He probably hasn't. So I mean, these two guys are just like, if you ever get a chance to go hunt with these two guys,
we do need.
Trust me, if you see anything shiny, don't mention it. Just put that bird in your bag.
We need to discuss
and walk away
one of these days
because you'll probably live longer.
We need hide your kids, hide your wife.
Oh my goodness!
They're still in bounds out here.
That's how you think the guy that invites you out to a private field to go shoot birds, and that's how you repay him.
Like I said, I didn't know you were going to be the guy that got the band, okay?
Unbelievable.
I didn't know who was going to find it. I knew one of you guys would eventually notice it. And I would just wanted to see the reaction. I thought it would be a nice social experiment.
Go watch that video and see.
I'm
if
sorry,
you
I
have
gotta
the same
play
opinion.
with
You're making weird noises in the mic.
Sorry. Yeah, but
yeah.
Besides me
it
swallowing
was very
nos.
eye-opening.
Yeah. And I will say for you, too, it was very eye-opening. I have experienced a lot of eye-openers hunting with you over the years on how...
But they're all positive.
After 10 years, you would think you would admit and say, I know you shot the band. It's been a joke this whole time. Because I would not do that. Like, I would not joke about something that long. Because what happened, if anybody wants to know,
So what does that
let's discuss
tell
this
you?
right now. Let's talk about this.
Sure, we'll talk about it all day long.
Okay, so guys, we're in this pond. It was myself, Travis,
Matt.
Talon, Matt Wall's my brother-in-law, and there's one more.
And Talon and I were together.
No. Hold on. No.
Together.
No.
Talon was right next to me.
No, dude. No, he wasn't. That right there should show you.
This guy is
exactly
delusional. If
Oh
you
my
didn't have
goodness.
a video to
Hold
verify
on.
everything he did,
I
we would
wish
be telling you all these different stories.
Yeah.
all the
as
time.
Jake tries to say, he edited. It's edited. Don't believe anything you see.
Yeah.
Give me a break. No. Who was it out there? There was 5 of us.
Teddy?
Was it him? Or was it? No, we have the picture. I guess it was only us 4, huh?
See, you can't even remember.
Anyways.
And you're gonna like listen to him.
Anyways.
You listen to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. I can remember it as plain as day because it literally scarred me from that time.
Well, it should. I mean, you lied and you're not supposed to be lying.
Because somebody that I had trust in my whole life had let me down so bad I couldn't hardly handle the pain and the hurt.
Dude, here's the other thing. Here's why I know he didn't hit it, because the gun he was shooting, he couldn't hit the broadside of the barn with that gun.
Baloney.
And then all of a sudden he can start hitting stuff with the gun.
Yeah. Oh,
one time.
That's what happens when you shoot and something crumples and you're the only one that shoots. That's how you know. So Talon's, here's the deal. I'll draw it on paper. Here's Talon. Here's me. Here's Matt. And here's Travis way at the very end.
Next to...
Of course, Travis at the end.
Talon
on his
shot
own
the bird
spot.
first. Talon shot the bird first.
No,
Ask him.
he didn't shoot the bird.
Let's call him right now.
Because he missed it.
I'll call him right now.
He's hunting turkeys.
I don't care. He might answer his phone. If you don't, we can hook him up and he can be part of this podcast.
He was next to me. And I told him,
no, he
shoot
was,
it.
Travis, you're
and he
so
shot, and he missed.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait. Stop,
and then I pull up and crush it. And then all of a sudden I hear these other jokers, and none of them said anything until I said it was banded. Then everybody starts chiming in that they shot it.
No.
That's the
No.
Do you know why I don't want to believe you, Travis? Is because it was a Drake mallard and you told Talon to shoot it. That's why I don't believe anything you just
Thank
said.
you, Thomas.
Yeah. I told Talon, shoot it. Yeah, right.
He's not going to answer.
Yeah, right,
I'm a gentle soul, okay?
I wish he would answer right now. If I would have thought this was going to come up. Anyways, okay, he's not answering.
Whatever.
That's how it was. Okay. In the pond, in our pond, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay. And here's the close zone over here, right? We're about in the center of that pond. We're facing that close zone that we always face that way, okay? Those two mallards, it was a drake and hen, come in from the left. Right in front of us. Talon shoots, misses. I shoot, I drop it. It's falling down. Matt shoots. I promise to goodness. It's falling, dude. It's falling. Matt shoots it. Boom. I'm thinking this bird's got hit like 5 or 6 times. Travis, you are so delusional. It's not even funny. Okay.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet
dude.
If
you guys know anything about Travis, you know he's a stinking liar when it comes to duck hunting.
Oh my goodness.
Is he not? Travis will tell you the truth any day of the week. When it comes to duck hunting, he will not.
I know you two bear emotional scars because of your tendency to want to claim the bling.
No,
I get it.
Do I have the band in my house? If I was that worried about it, I'd have it hanging on the wall.
None of us have it on the wall because of
what?
Your denial of who really shot it. Well, what else? I don't know how to say it.
Before you found the band, you were like, I just was making sure he was dead because we were like, why'd you keep shooting it?
Because
he shot it twice on its way down, dude. It was
just like, so let's get some clarification here. The reason I shot it twice is because mallards notoriously get away. We didn't have Rocky at the time.
It already been shot twice.
We didn't have Rocky at the time.
I shot it and killed it.
I shot it
and
the first
then Matt
time.
hit it again, and you shot it 2 more times. It was literally 5 feet off the water. His second shot.
I shot it the first time. I didn't even know they had shot because
that. Wait. Now first. That I believe.
I didn't even know they shot.
Now that I believe that he didn't even know that you guys shot.
Yeah, I crushed it.
Remember Colton?
Yes.
When we were in Washington,
and it's falling down.
You shot?
Dude,
yeah.
And it's falling down, and I shot it again just so I wouldn't get away.
You know that
and
is.
And then I hear 2 different voices. Him and his brother-in-law, Matt. I shot that. No, I shot that. No, I shot that. And they didn't say say a single word until I said it was banded.
No.
Not a single word. If I would have said anything,
Travis,
then I would say, "Oh yeah, I got this one."
When I shoot something, you don't need to say that you shot it because you know you did.
Now they got these little.
I'm going to turn your volume down so you don't
on the front of their thing.
Hey. I turned it.
Next, they'll be buying the shot that has the BBs in there and digging into the bird.
I don't need to do that. We got shot cam.
One.
Dude, how many times? Don't lie. You don't have to say who. Have you went home and watched the shot cams later and knew when someone else claimed it?
Yeah,
you killed it. Now
I'd say 12 times this year.
Now I will admit there has been times I claimed it, even specifically Talon on a certain hunt at the beginning of last year. I said I hit it, and then I walked later and I called. I was like, "Dude, you're the one that got that bird."
So what makes you think that bird is any different than that? There's
because
no difference.
No one else was shooting.
It's the same.
No one else was shooting.
Yeah, they did. I did. No. I shot it, and then you guys started shooting, and then I shot it again.
Travis, you were 50 yards away from me.
What does it
to the
matter?
north?
I mean, okay,
it doesn't.
If it makes you feel happy, you hit it.
No, it's all yours.
There you go.
There you go. You can have it. Put it in your house. Put it in your house. Makes you feel better, Travis.
I should. It's just sitting in a room and nobody looks at it.
Go ahead and take it away. Just remember, when you lay your head down on your pillow at night.
I'll sleep like I always do.
No, you
soundly.
won't. No, you won't.
Finally, the truth. The truth.
You won't sleep good.
The truth set that bird free from where it's at.
Just remember.
Yeah. What were we talking about anyways? The season.
We're season recap. But we needed to cover that. That's been something.
I know, something you've been
harboring.
You know what?
Guess what? We haven't made one bit of forward progress in that stupid thing.
No.
One day you will.
I think the longer the time goes,
he's gonna be on his deathbed.
Yeah. No.
I missed it.
No, he won't.
No, he will.
He won't do it.
Dude, he has to
He'll
clear
take
his
it to his
conscience.
grave.
He has to clear his conscience
He'll
before he
take it
dies.
to his grave.
He cares too much more about going to heaven
It's been so
over
long.
a duck than he does.
It's been so
in
long
denial.
that he literally believes his story
It's
now.
true. You know, if you lie to yourself long enough, you start believing it. That's kind of what's happened to Travis.
No, it's like this. You read a book 20 times, you know what's going to happen, right? There's the story. You watch a movie so many times, you know what's going to happen.
See how his volume goes
this-
all the way
this-
back.
Movie's been replayed in my mind over and over again from the beginning, and I just know what happened. I mean, it's not hard to.
I think all of your guys' adrenaline was peaked, and none of you really know what happened.
It's not true.
I don't think he killed a bird the rest of the day, so how come he hit that one?
I'll show you something.
You know what I do hate, though? When you're having a bad shooting day, and you almost start to, like, question when you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to just be, like, it's a good bird, and all of a sudden you hit it, and then you don't want to almost claim it because you haven't been hitting
We're at
anything.
21 minutes. I am going to put this specific picture of this day.
It's probably
in-
highly edited.
No, there's nothing edited about it. This is that day. This is it right there.
Yeah.
See, look at Matt. Matt knows. Just look at his face. He knows he didn't get it. And Travis, he's in denial. He's pointing at himself there, saying he got it. And look at me. I'm like, I'll be nice and let everybody think they got the birds. See, you robbed from me. You already had shot a band.
Yeah, he's playing the pity party. So.
No, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Nah, it's cool. It's
No,
cool.
it is. No, it is cool. It's fine.
It's all good.
Anyways, let's
The bird's
we're
dead.
past that now.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. It feels good to argue.
So
about it.
recap. Then we started opening day, but you guys didn't have a reservation, right? Did you guys have reservations opening day?
No.
No. I don't know.
You know,
when we
us
went
too?
opening day.
I'm starting to turn bitter because you notice how I tell him this every year. I go, we're such close friends, but somehow when opening day happens,
Talon's calling.
uh-oh.
The tiebreaker.
Okay, guys, here it is. I'm going to plug him in.
He was sitting right next to me.
Hold on. Let's get it turned up here.
Talon won't remember.
Yeah, he can't even remember where his car keys are.
Talon.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Hey, you're on the
What's up?
podcast right now, so be honest. Okay?
Okay. Right now I am?
Yeah, we're recording right now. We're trying to
Okay.
clear the air up. Travis, your dad's calling me delusional and saying, hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. He's trying to say that you were standing right next to him. Remember we shot that band in Mallard when I shot that band in Mallard? And he's saying that I didn't shoot it, that he did. Where were you standing? I'm not going to give you any hints. Where were you standing? Who were you standing by?
On which band though? I can't remember.
The one that was me, you, Matt, and your dad. And everyone says that they got the band.
Oh, who shot it?
No. Who are you standing by?
My dad.
Oh, baby. See, I told him. And they told me that I was a liar.
Alan, are you serious?
Talon, you're the favorite son.
You were standing to the left of me.
You was standing right next to me, Tom, because I said, shoot it. Remember that? I said, shoot it, and you missed, and then I
Wait,
shot
let
it.
Talon talk. Let Talon talk.
Go
We
ahead.
heard your side.
I was standing next to my dad because you and Matt were to the right of us.
See, he's off.
He came
He's,
from he came from the left.
Yes.
And I shot and I missed, and then
Talon.
to be honest, I don't remember who it was now.
See?
I for some reason I think it was my dad, but it could have been
Okay,
you.
hold on. Can I suggest this and see what you think since you're pretty sure? Don't shake your head, Travis. He's saying he's not even sure now.
Hey, you got to go with your, it's like a test. You
Okay,
gotta go with
that's
your
fine.
first instinct.
If he was, then I'm a liar. Oh, I lost him. He's up in the mountains turkey hunting. Right there he is.
See, folks.
Hold on. Talon.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. You sure you were not to the left of me? Because remember, you shot at him first. Remember?
Yeah, I shot. Yep.
And then I was to the right of you, and then it was Matt, and then your dad on the end. Does that not ring a bell?
It does, but I just can't. I remember somebody standing right next to me. I just can't.
Don't
remember
let
if it
his
was
fancy
you or
words
my dad.
confuse you and mess
It's
you
been
up.
too long. How old were you? That was
Don't
probably
let
8
don't
years
let don't let this smooth talking lawyer over here try to change the scenario of the crime scene.
We're trying to recap our season, and now we're arguing about who shot that band.
I can't remember who was. I don't remember. For some reason, I think it was my dad. I just can't remember.
Okay.
Did you
that's
guys
fine.
get any turkeys?
Have we gotten turkeys? We've seen some. We made a stand. We called some, but they were all henned up. There was about a dozen hens with them, and they came into about 120, and they were in full strut and walked away.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll let you get back to turkey hunting. We just had to
All right.
verify. All right.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Well, folks,
That's a good son right there, ain't it?
I know. How much did you pay him, Travis? That's
Just
right. Let's
always
get,
tell the truth, folks, and you won't have to anything to worry about.
it's crazy because I can remember everything. That's okay. Whatever. Anyways, we'll move on. Can't argue with what someone says. That's what they say.
Leave a comment down below who you think's. Yeah.
No, this one's going to be on the channel. This is going to be on the podcast, but I'm going to pull this little clip out and put it on the channel too. Who shot the band? That's me in time. Anyways, okay, so we went through the goose season, and then
Opener.
and then we went with my friend down there,
Oh,
down south,
Yeah.
and there was mallards there. That could have turned out better, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. You guys, you probably all limited, I'm sure, right? Because you actually got drawn for the opener.
I don't think we limited.
No?
No. But it was pretty good. And then we were, because it was my dad and I and Talon, and we went out there. And then we were out there, and these guys started coming across the pond, and I'm like, who's that? Whatever. And it was Jake.
Mm.
I just told him just to come over and join us. But that was fun. He had his brother-in-law with him. I think that was his first time duck hunting.
Paul David?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So some
Yeah.
new blood this year. Who is there anybody else new like their first year? So Paul David. Shane's
He got it a little bit, didn't he?
he hunted last year too.
Oh, he did?
Just not as much, but
I don't think he shot a duck last year.
no, he didn't.
Or I mean, he did this last year, but I mean the year
Right,
before
right.
when he had went a couple times, he never shot nothing.
We shot some greenheads on opening day.
Yeah.
But we should have. I feel like we should
shot
have got
2
more.
Drake
But
mallards. But
some was kind of in our. We were in the bad angle.
we had one where we probably could have shot 3, 4, maybe 5, but we were getting a bird. Rocky
Yeah.
was getting a bird, and we were outside the blind.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a
that was a heartbreaker. Yeah.
But
How many was in that group? Like 15 or something,
yeah,
wasn't it? Yeah.
yeah. But that was fun.
It was fun. Because really, we could have went and got lottery, but that was still wasn't a guaranteed if we would have got in. And knowing how I am, if I would have had like 25, they end up letting more people in this year. I don't really know why, but we probably wouldn't have went. We're like, we ain't going to get on with that, which
Yeah.
we probably would have, I guess, because they went up high. But whatever. We still had fun. We still killed birds. So
Yeah.
then it's kind of dead after that, I think, pretty much like always. But me and Nathaniel had a really good hunt up north. Random day, I mean, like first week of November or something, and had good, strong, heavy north winds, and we both limited out quick. We hopped refuges because we didn't get in where we wanted because we thought we'd get in on the junior pond. That didn't happen, so we ran over, jumped in the other refuge junior pond, killed a couple birds. It was mainly Nathaniel. Ran back over there, got a good blind, and man, it was just 2 hours limited out, or an hour or something.
What'd you guys shoot, Till?
Yeah, teal and gatball.
Don't go.
Yeah, everything was brown.
What
Yeah.
we go, Thomas? You and I.
What week?
Yeah, was it the second week, third week?
I'm looking it up on my phone right now.
I couldn't remember. No, I think
it was in November.
I think it was the next weekend that Talon and I went. We hunted a refuge, and we killed. I think we dropped a couple of mallards, but then that's when because I told you later. I think I told you that I had seen something that caught my eye and that we should try this other spot out. I don't remember what happened by Tyson.
Me and Titus went to Kansas first. That was after we went to Kansas.
First part of Kansas. Oh, you know why? Because I remember that video I told Nathaniel. Or it might not have been I did. I said, hey, next video you guys see, we'll be in Kansas.
Yeah, November 2nd.
Yeah.
Or November
Somewhere
1st is when we flew out there.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
So that was the second weekend, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun. That was quite a bit different than how we hunt here.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. Hunting out of kayaks mainly, off banks. And then we actually hunted Nebraska a little bit for one day.
Yeah, true.
At a public refuge with a couple guys, Outdoor Limits, and his buddy Blake, and they were cool. They were a lot of fun. Balake, yeah, they were a lot of fun to hunt with. A lot of mallards up there. A lot of birds worked really well up there. Just not a lot of hunting pressure. It was pretty fun. A lot of fun.
And dude, the only reason we killed a lot of birds on that trip.
Yeah.
But if it would have been only 2 or 3 of us, we would have limited every day. But to try to get that many guys to kill bird limits, that's tough.
Yeah.
Just like Washington.
Yeah.
You know,
We did there was a lot of birds.
When there was 5 of us, I mean, that's easy for 2-man limits all day long, quick.
Yeah.
But to try to limit 5 guys,
Mm-hmm.
that's it's a little challenging, but it's a lot of fun too when you got a bigger group of guys, you know.
Yep.
But then we did the Washington. That was something we had never done. Is did like a freelance style hunting, you know. That's something we've never done.
No.
Out of state.
Not I.
Yeah.
But it was a bus.
He just used up all his power on that last argument.
No. Yeah, that was a lot of
Here,
fun.
you want to drink?
Nah.
Wake you up a little bit.
Road trip to Washington with 4 or 5 friends. That was a blast for a solid week. Just hunting, killing mallards, man. What more can you want?
Does it get any better?
Maybe if we would have had a boat, we could have done a little bit better.
Did you know he doesn't like to drive?
Yeah, I knew that.
I didn't know that.
How did you not know that? He says that all the time.
Because he always says he's just used to driving, so I figured he liked to do it. You know, be in control.
He is somewhat of a control freak. I'll agree with you there.
And so I thought he liked to drive.
But what does that have to do with anything?
Well, the thought came to me, the road trip, because then I heard later on, like, I mean, I've known him mostly his whole life. I never knew he didn't like to drive, and then I heard that he doesn't like to drive, and then he's like, tell us that you and I were just slackers and let him down. We didn't do any driving. He had to drive the whole
dude.
way.
I drove.
He barely drove at all.
You did not hardly drive.
Oh my gosh. I did too drive.
Man.
When you guys got too tired, I drove the rest of the way to Washington.
We were already in Washington.
I know, but we weren't to our destination.
What was it, 25 minutes?
No.
Not even an hour.
It was more than that.
No.
You guys are tripping out. I never got asked to drive. Let's put it that way.
That's true.
I didn't either.
I know.
Yeah, you did. You started driving at like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Okay.
So what you're saying is he's complaining for no reason?
When was it?
No, I just didn't know he didn't like to drive. I thought that was one of his fortes. That, you know.
No, he hates driving.
Forte. I hate it.
Supposedly, Jake Yarbrough really likes to drive.
He's the guy. You want to go on a road trip and you don't want to drive?
Take Jake. Huh?
Take Jake.
You know Jake Yarbrough, the best friend.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I know that best his best friend. His bestest friend.
I don't think we're gonna get through this podcast.
I don't know if this is going to air or not.
To the end of the season. Yeah, literally. Dude,
Nah.
Ooh, that's what happens when you breast birds and you forget to clean your knife. It's like rust and got meat.
The iron.
Ooh, it's not.
I don't want to.
The iron from the blood.
Well, guys, I don't know how deep we're gonna get into this, but I mean we're already...
Okay. We went to Washington.
Okay, so Washington, and then we went to Kansas, then Washington. Had a great time. Want to go back. Then we came back early December, kind of up and down.
December was junky for me.
It was, but it was kind of just like this. Like you might have one random.
What day was that?
November 10th. This
November
was before
10th,
we went
was
to Washington.
The third weekend of the season.
We had a couple decent hunts here in November before we went to Washington.
Yeah, and I thought it was gonna be like an epic best year ever.
It was a good year. It was a good year.
Well, I want to say something to give.
It was better than the year before.
Absolutely.
To give the listeners something, because I don't want to just talk about what we did, but also what we learned from it to help other people learn. I think one of the biggest things for me doing the freelance thing to Washington is learning the regs. Because when you go with someone like we did with freelance duck hunting or someone like that to Kansas, they know everything. You clarify with them and you can keep yourself out of trouble. But when you go to Washington and have this one's open on these days, this one's open all week, this one you can't shoot geese at, this week, this day you can't shoot geese, you got to dig through the book.
Yeah.
Or you're going to get yourself in trouble. And we had two game wardens came up to us basically our second day.
Mm-hmm.
So I would pull away from that as, again, to reiterate from personal experience, before you even drive to the place you're going to hunt, make sure you do your research, read through the regs, and, really know that thing and really look at the map, because sometimes there's just the contours of that zone may be off just a little bit, maybe where you need to use Onyx hunt maps. That's actually what I was using too, to back up the paper regs,
I will admit, the day before when we were looking around, I was going to be like, this is going to be a bust and not even a good hunt, because that's an awesome picture. We weren't where the birds were at. You know what I'm saying? And if you would have looked at where we were at when we were scouting and looking around, we would have been lucky to kill a bird apiece.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky.
So what you're saying is,
and then
don't waste your time somewhere.
Yeah, I think don't. You know what I'm saying? If there's supposed to be birds there and there's not birds there, move. Go someplace else. You know what I'm saying? Look around.
Even if it looks really good, like a good area, if there's no birds,
if there's no birds there, there's no
don't
birds
waste your
there.
time.
Yeah.
Travel. Go somewhere else.
And then when we did find the birds, it
point.
was like, good gracious, there's birds everywhere. It's just they were.
Yeah, because what if we would have kept waiting there or tried to make it?
If we would have tried to make it happen when they weren't there, it would never happen.
Never happened.
Yeah.
And we would have got worse and worse depressed.
Yeah.
Each hour that went by.
I was almost ready to go home the first day. I was like, let's turn around and go back to work. I'll start work again on Monday.
Yeah. And I know you were that way too, because you hadn't talked to the people. Because I would have got that way. I know I would have. It was just going to be later than you, because I had seen what he had been doing recently. So I'm like, there's birds somewhere around here.
Yeah.
Somewhere. We just got to find where they're at. Man, I'm glad we went where we went.
Yeah, that was.
What did we do? I know we talked to Alex Langbell. Alex Langbell was really pushing, saying, you just drive down there, remember?
Yeah.
He texted me, he goes, just drive it down there and see what you see.
Yeah, it was worth it.
And then, even then, we were driving down there. You guys hiked a little bit, glass, and we seen a huge raft of birds, but I think you weren't sure what they were, right?
Mm-hmm.
You thought maybe they were divers or something?
Yeah, Well, we seen all those when we were coming through that closed area. There was a bunch of birds in there, more than we had seen in the whole time scouting. Remember that?
Yeah.
We crossed that river.
Well, you and Thomas went and looked and seen those. Me and Talon went to another spot and we're looking, and he's seen them. I still hadn't seen anything yet.
Yeah.
But then remember, we started driving out up that hill,
and then we looked.
And I seen off to the left. I go, what is that? I thought they were coots.
Yeah.
And it was all mallards.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And then again, we thought, maybe 100 birds, and it probably was end up 400 or 500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool. Definitely cool.
I would say I had a better November here though than I did December, to be honest.
November was better this year.
Mm-hmm.
I killed way more
Did we
birds.
do
in
anything?
November.
What did we do in December? It
just seemed like it never got going. I mean, we killed birds, but
did we have any good hunts in December? I couldn't tell you.
I didn't
have any standout hunts.
I didn't have any.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Better than usual hunts. They were all just
3
bird hunts, pretty much.
Yeah. It's like you had to scrap and scrounge to get the.
Yeah,
birds.
you had to work. You had to work for it. Nothing got here in December. You know what I mean? Whatever was here in November, and they were still here. January started to get better. For me, at least.
I'm sitting here.
I had quite a bit of solo hunts, to be honest, where I was shooting 3 and 4 birds.
Was that January when you shot that green wing with the white band around its neck?
I'm pretty sure it was January.
It was the beginning of it, or
early January.
no? It was December. It was December 27th, 20.
Really?
28th. Yeah, I'm looking at the date right here.
Towards the end of December.
Because I posted the video on December 30th. Usually it's always a couple days after. Sometimes. Not always, but. So basically, the end of the month.
Yeah.
That was really the first good hunt we had, dude. Because now I'm looking back. Besides, if you look, you see those hunts when we went to Washington. Basically, me doing a couple solos. That was a horrible day. And then, bam, all of a sudden. After that, it was constantly
I did have a good January. I had a good November. I had a good January. December, I don't know. It was a fight, that's for sure. I think almost every hunt in January was good for me. had a really good hunt with I had a really good hunt with Josh. I had a really good hunt with Shane. Me and Josh went out in actually I limited. Josh I think shot 5.
Trying to remember that one.
Yeah, it was January 18th. We went out there. Had a pretty decent hunt. You were there that day. You shot a blue wing, I believe, with your dad.
Oh, that was a good hunt.
In the same pond.
You guys were behind us and we were in the front.
Right.
That was a great day.
That was a great day.
And we had tons of birds dropping in on us. We had no cover.
Mm-hmm.
And the very first bird that I shot was that blue wing.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, okay. And then after that, I missed like 20 cinnamon until I couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. I was so mad.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the very next hunt, it was a great hunt too. And I shot a blue wing that was just perfect. I mean, there wasn't a feather.
You were talking about the day. You shot that with Shane though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because me and Jake were across the pond from you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is he frozen at your house?
He's got a nice purple head, man.
Yeah. He is perfect. Not
Yeah,
one.
he's nice.
Have you decided how you're gonna do that pose?
No. I do want to do it with my cinnamon that's at your house already. It's in the freezer. It's fleshed. Last year I gave you a green wing and a cinnamon that you fleshed. Skinned, fleshed, froze. You know, Travis, I'll kill you.
He always says that.
I hate that.
Oops.
Don't you hate that?
That's why I should never give you anything ever.
You gave him the blue wing?
No, I didn't give him the blue wing.
That is a nice blue wing.
But I gave him the cinnamon.
I think I still have the cinnamon. I'll have to check.
It's not even funny.
I will kill you and your whole entire family.
See, this is the kind of people they are. Be careful who you are.
When you have treasured birds and someone,
Yeah.
your
Be
taxidermist
careful
says,
who
"I don't know if I
you
have it."
have
So
I don't trust taxidermists.
Hopefully, yeah.
I don't trust them either.
Yeah.
We got to do a podcast on that too, but
On what?
taxidermy. Shane
Yeah,
Smith's
he's
supposed to
pretty.
be coming on. So, anyways, so I guess I guess we're all in agreement that January was where it was at. Pretty much the whole month, huh?
January was
once
good.
it kicked in and actually stayed
a
good.
lot of widgeon.
Because I've had a lot of widgeon, and I've had Januaries to where, remember the last 2 weeks are horrible?
Yeah,
We've had
And
those too.
I was gonna make that comment. I was thinking about that earlier. Usually December was good. The 1st of January is good. And you're like, okay, and then all of a sudden, boom, like where'd the birds go? And then the junior hunt, there's always birds here. But yeah, this year was different.
It was
because
good
it was good
till
all
the end of the
through
season.
to the end of January. Yeah,
Yeah, so.
it was
Any
fun.
other pullaways from the season, things we've learned, things we can tell people?
I think I want to get a pulsator like Thomas Scott. I really like that. That was cool. I like the motion of it.
Not a pulsate.
Yeah, pulsator. Higdon
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
pulsator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Those are huge.
That was cool.
Huge.
I like that.
I'm getting to
How do you like using the bigger cart, or the bigger sled? The only drawback I see to that is hiding the sled.
I would say my drawback would be hiding it. Also,
And the room it takes
putting
up.
it in the truck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With especially, I already have a dog crate, and that thing's huge.
Yeah.
And it makes me want to buy a long bed. I don't like small short beds though, and that's why I know Dodge kind of has. I mean, Chevy's kind of small and tight too.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say Ford probably does a little bit better at that, a little bit more room, cubic feet. But I do like it though. Other than that, and that's really not that good of reasons. I can always use a small one if I really need to. Tom still has one. If it's something you want to stay more sleek, but if you got more than 2 guys, it's nice because that thing not only is it bigger and you could put more in it, but it floats more weight too.
Mm-hmm.
And that was always our issue: is you're sinking down in the water and you start taking in water, makes it heavier, it tips.
One of the things I noticed too is I think you could correct me if I'm wrong. You made a little bit of transition from using, like very sparse amount of decoys, 2 or 3. It seemed like you used more decoys this year.
I did.
And so that extra weight, and then you got your dog stand, you have
that was huge.
and you got your waders, all that stuff. And so I think the small sled would have been constant battle for you. So the bigger sled, with all the stuff that you have to take out there.
And I felt it brought the dog stuff is really the biggest thing. It's not much more, but it's a stand, and it's just awkward. It's big.
Yeah.
That's why I want to create my own. I want to make one. They don't need to be that big. I don't know why they make them so big, because a lab's the biggest pretty much hunting dog you're going to have out in the blind. So I don't understand.
Smaller, steadier.
You know what? We both sit on that, and we still room for a third guy could sit on that thing with us. It's too big. If you want to just put the dog on there, you could not have to bring a marsh seat because of that. But then if you cover them up and put the top over it, then you're back to you don't have nowhere to sit. So then you got to bring another marsh
they
seat.
could design something like you said that was smaller, compact. How much room does a dog need to sit?
Dude, like how long? I mean,
You're just saying
24
narrow.
No, just in
Compact.
the whole way.
Yeah.
24 by 24.
Sturdy and compact,
I'm trying to think.
and not super bulky or.
Seems like you'd want it longer than wider.
You don't need it. Either way, in my mind, I want to create it. I want to make my own. It's just a square one. If you wanted to make it like that, you could. If that made it better, I don't know if that would make it better or not. Because maybe you could go more narrow and make it a little more length, and maybe it would sit in that cart or sled better and won't be so awkward. Because man, it's sticking out of our sled, 18 inches or more. You can't really strap everything down.
And two, if your dog wanted to lay down, if it was longer, he could lay down, but it doesn't have to necessarily be wider.
That's what I'm saying.
Max, dude, 24 by 24. I mean, look at how big that is. You could go down to 18.
What do you have right now? 48?
Oh, it's
It's
what do you think,
huge.
Thomas?
36?
It's big.
Yeah.
It's probably somewhere in 32. I bet you it's 32 by 32. You went down and even dropped it to 22 inches, 21. Because, I mean, the width of a dog, Rocky could sit on that. And that's what I want to make. If I can come in contact with the right people, I want to create my own dog stand and maybe market it, because I don't understand why there's nothing out there like that. Everything's so big and bulky, and it don't need to be.
Mm-hmm.
No dog is really laying down on it or needs to lay down on it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not good, you're going to go home. If it's good hunting, the dog's busy looking up.
Yeah.
So I don't need to make it where he can lay down across there and I can sit down and just, I don't know. It's just, to me, extra baggage, extra weight.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, the sled thing, I would say that it's nice to have the option of a smaller one if you want and take the smaller cart if you're going to go light, because this year I did use a lot more decoys. I think it helped us. Some bigger spreads at times. Because like we were talking, we got to know where to use that.
Yeah.
And guys, if we're listening, to try to teach people, because I forget that, and I expect everyone to know. Some get on here like, we know that stuff already, Titus. But a lot of you that listen, I know some of you left some reviews saying we appreciate it because we're trying to learn. It's like our first year, it's our second year, whatever. Just match. You guys got to watch. You got to pay attention and look what the refuge that you hunt at, how the birds are. When they're in a pond that no one's hunting out of, look how they group up. Look how they gather and what kind of birds are in those. Match your decoy spread with what's in there. And we've talked about that. We're going to refuge putting all mallard decoys out. There ain't no mallards there.
Yeah.
Why are we doing that?
Or
will they still come into it? Yeah, I'm sure they will, and you could still kill birds.
We're huge flocks, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But,
on
man,
big
if you
open
can
water,
make it
like
look-
with a bunch of mallards, like it doesn't seem like there's any mallards out there to try to draw those.
You can make it
birds.
more natural. Because I think a lot of times pride gets in the way, and people think, oh, well, spoony decoys, give me a break. It's like, it doesn't mean because you put a spoony decoy out
that you're
trying to pull spoonies in. You're trying to match what a natural
I'm
setting
trying to pull
looks like.
spoonies in.
I'll shoot
No, I'm
spoonies all day.
kidding.
I'm saying you're trying to pull. You're from the air that bird's coming in. They're gonna see those marks of different birds that makes them feel that it's natural. You got 36 Drake Mallard decoys out there at a place that don't have any. Will they keep flying? Will they? I mean, it's all a mind game. But they're just trying to match it.
Yeah.
And I think it helped this year.
Yeah.
I really think, to be honest with you, that hunt that we had really good out of the pits with me, you, Jake, and Travis, I really think that helped us a lot. I don't think we would have got as many birds, plus your pulsators and our movement.
Yeah. No, I agree for sure.
I think.
Because stagnant water period is terrible.
I wish we'd have had 10 pulsators.
No wind that day.
We were, so we basically always planned for, at least I did, no wind. I always plan for no wind because that's every single hunt day is no wind. The next day will be 20-mile-an-hour winds. So, we're always trying to find some kind of movement decoy. But yeah, we were on big open water and we had 70? Something like that, 70-something decoys, and it still didn't even look like that much, to be honest. So, yeah, you're not going to do that if you're in real tight tight toolies or something like that. But on big open water, I definitely would bring some.
How did you
more.
like the pulsator in the small water?
I liked it there too, to be honest.
Because the hunt we had earlier in the season where we did really good on mallards, and you had the real motions excuse me, set up. I think that helped us out where it was at. But it would have been nice if you wouldn't have had to been pulling that. I wonder how the pulsator would have affected that hunt.
To me, I think it's
because we had 4 decoys on that hunt or 6 decoys.
To me, I like it better. But you know what I mean? Because let's say you're hunting by yourself, between a jerk string, a call, a gun, and a camera. That's like a recipe to not shoot the bird. You know what I mean? Like you got so much other stuff besides just focusing on shooting the bird and timing when to shoot. You know, it can make it a lot harder. So although I really do like that real motion, and jerk strings are, you know, awesome. They're never going to go away, but I think it's just one less thing to have to worry about. I mean,
what I always found hard is like trying to pull a jerk string, call, and then grab my gun to shoot.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you're with a couple guys, it don't matter. The one guy that's not calling or videoing or whatever, he can pull it. You know, but to me, one thing I hate when the string's coming out of the water. I hate getting tangled up in it. I hate having to direct that string where it's not jerking toolies all around when I'm pulling it. You know, all those kind of things. And I never had any problems with that pulsator getting clogged up.
See, I think the real motion thing too is when you had that thing that was pulling it for you. Mm-hmm. That thing worked. That was nice. Mm-hmm. We used it on that one hunt when I shot that.
It is, but it's bulky, heavy, and it's very inconvenient.
It's got a battery. It's got a bigger battery. It's heavier. It's an awkward shape. You're still dealing with jerk lines.
Yeah. And the dog getting tangled up in it.
The dog or you, whatever. It's just more. I think if you're out of a boat, maybe, and space and weight wasn't as much of an issue, and you could put it out away from you or off to the side, it'd be fine. I think it has its place, but the way, you know, the locations we hunt a lot more, I think that pulsator is a better bet. You know, they're a little more expensive, and I only had it for about half the year, so I can't really say durability wise. Yeah. To be honest with you, they kind of look a little cheaply made.
What, the pulsators?
Yeah, as far as the underside of it, the decoy itself looks fine. It works awesome. Mm-hmm. You know, now as far as how long they're gonna last, I don't know. I do know they say if you take care of their batteries, the batteries in the decoy, it'll last up to 4 years. So, you know, there's that. But I will tell you, I was very impressed at how long the battery life lasted. It was like 8 or 9 hours that decoy is working, you know. So that's a lot.
No,
that's a long time.
That's a long time.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
That is.
You know?
And really, if you want to hunt all day, you can shut it off about the first 3 hours.
Don't even use it in the morning.
Don't even use it. Keep it off all the way until the afternoon.
Right.
2:30, 3 o'clock, turn back on again.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, those were money.
Yeah,
those are probably the best thing.
Not too heavy. You know?
Right? No. Well, movement's more important than numbers.
I'd rather have 2 of those and 2 regular decoys than none on a calm day than none of those.
Yeah.
And like 2 dozen decoys. You know.
And you got that swimmer thing that swam in circles too.
Yeah, and that one looked really good too. If you have 4 or 5 of those, and those are cheaper than the pulsators, they're about half price of that. So
I'm thinking with a big spread. I'm saying if you're going with a big spread, something swimming around like that, and then the pulsators, just the movement on the water, make it look more like there's natural birds out there.
Yeah, well, that's good. So, well, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap this episode up, guys. I appreciate you.
The one hunt we didn't talk about though.
Which one?
We got a special reservation.
You know what? Let's do that on another one.
Yeah.
Let's that could almost be a whole. I forgot about that. That was not good.
No.
Well, okay, guys, we'll leave you hanging on that one because that's going to take a little while. We're already getting close to an hour, so appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some laughter, and hope you stick on my side with Who Shot the Band.
And the truth will set you free.
All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one.